On this SinCast, it's all Miles, Middies, and Titties, as Miles tells us who the only 9-0 college football team is. And you may think we're mid, but we're giving out our NFL Middies. And we'll find out how T.I. has pissed off the entire Tennessee Titans organization.
Sports, comedy, pop culture, and everything in between. By idiots, for idiots.
Whether it's Jared or OJ, there's too much mayo being squeezed out of USC. Stick around to see just how much we can derail this episode.
This is Sports Idiot Nation.
Sports, comedy, pop culture, and everything in between. Welcome back, sinners. This is Season 2 of Sports Idiot Nation.
Welcome in to No Shave November. We'll check T.I. at the end of the month here. I think it is I, Adam Marino, joined by Mr. T.I. and Miles behind the enemy lines. It is Sports Idiot Nation, the recap show to tell you everything going on in the wide world of sports, comedy, pop culture, and everything in between. Of course, we got the NFL Middies coming up. We're going to tell you who won those and tell you about the only 9-0 college football team, the only one. But we got to start with blaming Canada. So, I know there's like recency bias, and I get that, but it's hard to say that there was a Game 7 better than this. As far as I hate that the Dodgers won, we all hate that. But the way that it went, from guys running into each other, from a play at the plate with like a half inch, I'm like, that is the craziest Game 7. And that pitcher who gave up the home run, how he tweeted, well, I gave the entire country I lost the World Series for, so yeah, I feel pretty crappy. Like, you're just like, oh God, what a gut punch to like read that.
Yeah, did Justin Fields get a hold of his Twitter account or something?
I know, dude, it was so rough. Like, oh, the world's a dark place, huh? But what a series.
Baseball players do they got a good sense of humor, I think, sometimes. They're very self-deprecating, more than other athletes.
So, Adam, I got to say that the first thing I did yesterday morning was not walk. I ran to find on YouTube SVP's response to these boys kicking the holy hell out of Maryland. And he was talking about the recap. So he does his show around like 10 p.m. So at that time, Game 7 is still going on, and he's talking about, things set up so well for Maryland. Everything you want is the big underdog at home. And he's talking about it with his sidekick. And in the middle of the conversation, he goes, "Oh my God, they just ran into each other on the warning track, and they still caught the ball."
Yeah,
it was like I'm trying to watch it for it again. I'm watching this the morning after, so I'm not like ready for this moment, and he like totally interrupts and gets all excited like, dude, your Maryland Terps got blown the frick out.
yeah.
As we unibomb college football every day. But then hearing him say like, oh my God, he just caught the ball, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right, he does this before every game is over. So that was the moment where I'm like, God, because I had to go to bed to be up at work at 3 a.m. the next day. I missed it. I wake up, roll over. Oh, the game's going on. Let me check. Oh my God, it's still in the 10th inning. They went to extra innings in Game frickin' 7.
Yeah, unreal.
And then here we got there in a response to that to interrupt your show right in the middle. It's kind of something we do here at Sin Nation. But yeah, it was a great series. We hate, the three of us and most of our listeners hate that the Dodgers won, but damn, it was a good series. To me, it's the second best World Series in, I'll just say, recent memory. I really loved, well, it's kind of biased because we all hate Houston here, the Nationals knocking off the Astros in 7 games, because that is, in any major sport, the only 7-game series where the road team won all 7 games.
Now that is
beyond that. If we're going to break it down, like, this goes back to 1960. The only World Series I can think of off the top of my head, 1960 World Series, Pirates, Yankees, Game 7, bottom of the ninth, Pirates walk-off home run to win the World Series. Only thing I can think of topping it. That was 1 year after my dad was born, well, less than a year, about 11 months after my dad was born. To bring that into perspective, my dad died as legally an elder.
Right, so it was a long time ago. That's what we're saying.
I thought you were
That
about to
is
say
what
your
I was saying.
dad legally died, and I was like, okay.
He that is also true.
The world's a dark
Did
place.
legally died. You definitely don't want to
'Cause the doc-
illegally die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
You
he
don't
was
want
born
that.
American, died American.
Yeah, you don't need any kind of. I guess you would to illegally die. It would probably be like Jeffrey Epstein or something like that.
Well,
You know?
well, I could say my wife, but she's legal in this country for now.
When anybody says my wife, I automatically in my voice,
Borat.
yeah,
My
I
wife.
change how they say it, even though they may say it normal. Nope, not in my brain. And so I chuckle. And a person could be saying, like, they could be looking at me strangely, like, what did I say that was so funny? And you said my wife. I'm like, they're like, well, I didn't say it in a funny way. In my head, I'm like, yeah, you did.
Dude, so I just bought a house the other week, and we were setting up the sold sign, and the guy that I bought it from, a couple years older than me, so only about 20 years younger than you two, he he took the sign, I put it down, I was like, hey man, you're gonna get the photo of us. Can you get my wife at this angle? And he kind of gives that. I go, "Is she making this cheese?" And he instantly goes, okay, you get why I chuckled there, because anytime I hear my wife,
Yeah,
my wife.
Yeah, that's so good. Yeah, I love that
My
movie
cousin,
just from talking about gypsies.
Bito? Is it my cousin Bito? My cousin Bito. He said, she say, you never get this, you never get this.
You'll never get
Oh,
it.
he
La,
get
la,
it.
la, la.
Oh, he get it.
He
One
break
time he
out of
get
the
it.
jokes and he get this. That's
Or
not funny.
the
Oh,
neighbor
man.
who competes with him. I buy this, I buy clock radio, he buy clock radio. I buy
Clock radio.
iPod, he buy
That
iPod
he
mini, he
cannot
cannot afford. Everyone know
Afford.
iPod mini for girls.
Oh,
That
man.
is the
What are you,
best.
girl or something? He cannot afford.
Yeah.
God, I love Kazakhstan. But
So
assholes, Uzbekistan's going to the World Cup next year. Borat not
and
excited.
that's
Not
the
very
tie-in.
excited.
That's
Not
the
very
tie-in.
excited at all.
Remember he's
And there's
showing
this-
the pictures of his son. He's like,
He's naked.
His
That's the worst.
penis
Yeah.
5 inches long,
Yeah,
soft.
he's already hit puberty. He's got like a naked picture of his son. Yeah. Like,
oh man,
This
He
is
looks
the greatest
healthy.
derail in sin history.
we
Greatest
talk about
derail.
that.
Yeah.
We talk about that
All-time
movie
ever.
way too often. We need to do a whole like Wednesday episode just talking about all the Ali G stuff, all his characters, all the
Inspired.
movies. You know,
Inspired.
even the like Talladega Nights. I mean,
Lightyear.
you know,
Sacha Baron
Sweeney
Cohen
Todd.
may or may not be on that episode. We just may get Sacha.
Well, I mean,
we'll make him
Bryant-
say
Bryant
We
Reeves
will
joined
force
us
him
one
into
time.
that.
I mean, if Bryant Reeves can join us, anybody can join us.
yeah.
Right. The funny thing is,
All right.
I could just get a big old white guy and say it's Bryant Reeves, and I don't know if anyone would be able to call it out that it's not him.
Adam, you could introduce yourself as Brian Reeves. We may
Yeah.
never know.
You just get a flat top and a Grizzlies jersey, and you'd be
Hey,
good to go, man.
But our most famous I was going to say co-host, but guest is always John Cena.
Every episode, he's
Can't see
the only
him.
person
Facts.
to be on every episode
see him.
because you gave me the night off a couple weeks back.
Well, Jay Harper did make that one, even though you didn't.
Oh, that's fair. That's a good call.
True.
Jay Harper, John Cena,
Bryant Reeves.
What were we even-
Pete Ayers.
Football.
Oh,
we were going
Cena.
to talk about football. That's
Yes,
right. We were going to talk about.
let's leave the baseball on a high note for Ti because your shortstop got a Gold Glove. So congrats to the St. Louis Cardinals. Random.
Mhm.
There you go.
I mean, I feel like they just give those things out these days, like parking tickets, man.
No,
you know?
no, because my pitcher and my catcher got it. So no, it's a big deal.
Okay.
See, that was a
Okay.
segue. I want to feel good too. So
I mean,
Logan
it's like-
Webb and
You'll see these stats like when somebody retires and they're like, he's like a 15-time Gold Glove winner. I'm like, yeah, we just handing them out. That's a lot, you know. But hey, I mean, you know, I'm not a hater of my own team, but you know, it's been tough sledding for a while, so I'm not exactly ecstatic because they got a Golden Glove. I'd
Yeah.
rather them, you know, get a golden trophy called the World Series.
That's not happening
hey,
for a while.
No, not for a while.
Not even the entire country of Canada can stop the Dodgers. I mean,
Or
we
their
tried.
little
Or
eyes.
Will Smith, who has won 6 straight World Series now.
That is
Yeah,
crazy.
Why does that poor
That
man just
slap
keep getting
for
traded?
him.
Why do they just keep trading him around? You know, is he the secret weapon? Everybody's like, hey, if you want to win the World Series, you got to get this guy on your team.
Just have a guy
Will
named Will
Smith?
Smith.
There is a city on the Ohio River in southwest Ohio that desperately needs your attention. San Francisco and St. Louis do not exist.
So
Just getting
Will
getting
Smith,
jiggy
the
with it.
Come back to
pitcher,
a state you pay less.
Will Smith, the pitcher, did play for the San Francisco Giants. So there is that. Again, if I could make it about me in any way, I will say that.
Well, you already have. So
He got Chris rocked many a time, so he's no longer a Giant.
Yeah. So, all right, let's shift to football. And as I mentioned, because of the way the buys and everything, there's only one team in college football that is 9-0. And if you had IU on your bingo card at the beginning of the year, shame on you because you're lying. No, you didn't. So
Miles did.
I
Just not the
mean,
rest of us.
I don't even think Miles looked ahead to see what the buys
no.
were to see that IU could even be the only 9-0 team. There's no way.
Yeah.
So I don't even believe Miles. But
I knew that the bye was coming late because we have it in week it's week 12 going into week 13. No, it is week 13 going to week 14.
remember week 0. Don't forget week 0.
No, well, that didn't count into the factor for IU. But no, even coming into the year, I didn't have us at 9-0 at all because we had to go to Oregon. We had to go to Iowa, which still Iowa is way better than anyone imagines, and playing at Iowa is so much tougher than people know because people forget every day that Iowa even exists. And then on top of that, we had Illinois. I was just hoping we get out of Illinois with a win. Yeah, we won that game, and then every other game. So I knew coming into Penn State that would probably be the determining factor if we make the playoff or not. Now it's just, okay, let's get out of this game unscathed, not as injured as we were in that Maryland game, get to 10-0 and it equates to 12-0 because we are going to beat the holy schnot out of both Wisconsin and Purdue. So, yes, Adam, anyone that says IU is going to be 9-0 at this point, not just that, but the only 9-0 team because they looked at the schedule and said, I'm going to predict this one out. You are correct. They are completely and utterly lying.
Yeah, there's just no way. Pretty impressive though. I cannot believe it. I mean, they really can run the table, and I mean, we'll see who ends up. It realistically is Ohio State, right? That's what the setup is for.
It is, but again, they're playing at Michigan, that final game of the regular season, and last year
Oregon,
was like, well, Ohio State. Well, let me finish. I'll get to that. You have to realize that Ohio State last year, clearly the top team in the country at the moment, because we knew Oregon, okay, sure, they're undefeated, but they beat Ohio State by 1 at home. We knew on a neutral field Ohio State was the better team.
Yeah.
Michigan was way down last year. And even in the shoe, Michigan still won that game. So you're going to stand there and tell me it's a layup for an Ohio State team that's not as good as last year, a Michigan team that's better than last year, still carrying some momentum from last season. They're not great, but they're still a good team. And now they get them in the big house. That game is far from a layup. So with that, understand if Michigan runs the table to that point, which they should, and then wins that game, Michigan only has one conference loss. Ohio State with a conference loss, if Michigan were to beat them, now Michigan has the head-to-head. So Michigan could leap them in the pecking order, and then, of course, Oregon as well. And because Oregon and Michigan don't play, it comes down to the CFP ranking. So, yes, to your point right there, Adam, you're about to say, Oregon IU could rematch in the Big Ten title game. It is not a complete shoo-in. For one, IU got to take care of business. Boys, let's get it done. Still got that chip. You ain't won shit yet. But it's not 100% guarantee that's going to be a IU Ohio State. We assume that. But when it comes to Ohio State, Michigan, as we've seen in the last 5 years, it ain't over till that game's over.
That would be wild if Michigan wins, knocks them out. But they would still get an at-large, you call that? Would you call that an at-large bid?
Yes, it is.
Are we using those words?
Oh, Ohio State by a mile a mile would get into the playoffs. Still, their schedule the rest of the way is trash. They play your UCLA team at home.
Yeah.
That's a gimme, and that's their toughest game until Michigan is UCLA at home.
Right.
So 11-1 Ohio State easily in, still because of the bias towards because their name's Ohio State, would still be in contention for a bye, to be quite honest.
So Ti,
And
let's talk a little.
Well,
go
I was
ahead.
just going to say real quick, Miles, that was a great diatribe, but it's not really as amazing as my team scoring 3 points against Kentucky and firing their coach. So
That's what I was just about to.
That was the greatest day of your week.
Yeah.
The fact that Hugh Freeze got sent out to another strip club.
I mean, 3 points, 3 points, 3 points, a field goal against probably the worst or second to worst team in the SEC.
I thought you had a good quarterback. We were talked about this like 2 months ago.
I think he has been
watch
benched.
him at Oklahoma last year? Oh my God, he's terrible.
I mean, he started out great.
Terrible.
Started out great. I think he's been benched, man.
I think Hugh Freeze should start a gentleman's club called the Castaways, and then have like the 5s and 6s on team. Even like the peg leg ladies.
He should just
the Castaways. He do well.
He should start a class to learn how to coach football because it has come crashing down upon him.
He needs to move on. He
was a sitting duck anyway. The Auburn AD was already ready to get rid of him. So, but still, it's not
that LSU AD.
I don't know. They used to be a high profile school where people would want to come coach there, but you don't get somebody in there that's worth a shit. You're going to lose any chance on the recruiting trail. To me,
it's the SEC.
I mean, Nick Saban has the opportunity to do the most hilarious thing ever and come out of retirement and coach Auburn.
Bruce Pearl can coach your football team.
He's already funny on those commercials. Nick Saban doesn't do anything. Doesn't need to do anything more funny.
Yeah, that one where he's like, you're 3 minutes early or whatever,
Yeah.
And he's
this is what he's doing now?
Landlord. Yeah. Running. There will be no fun.
No showers longer than 5 minutes. Like that.
This isn't a spa. This isn't a spa.
And he's in the jacuzzi with them at the end of that episode.
It's a commercial, but yeah, get a Verbo.
Whatever.
Yeah. Might as well be. I'd watch that show. I'd watch the Nick Saban show. Watch it.
There is so much dialogue in that commercial. It feels like an episode. So I'm just going to leave it at that.
Yeah. All right. So the SEC, man.
Coming this fall, NBC, Airbnb, starring Nick Saban. Yeah, I'd watch that.
That's a Verbo. Get a Verbo.
Yeah.
Wild. What about? I want to talk a little Arch Manning. Tejas.
I guess some teams are tanking for Arch again.
Yeah, that up, it's a up and down wave. Like, I mean, I don't know what to say. You can't bag on him too much. He's looking like a college quarterback.
How much of that game did you actually watch?
I saw bits and pieces. I'd say almost less than half.
His receivers did the work for him. First play from scrimmage, he throws the ball about 15 feet that way, about a half yard upfield, and the guy housed it 80 yards himself.
I saw. Yes, I did see that. But Peyton Manning has thrown some screen passes in his life. I mean,
that's against Vanderbilt. He did throw for 4 years against Vanderbilt. No one remembers that either.
Remember T. Martin though. Greatest UT quarterback of all time, T. Martin.
Well, and also one of the best wide receiver coaches in SEC history, T. Martin, wide receiver coach.
Yeah, there's a lot of Vols fans that still think Peyton Manning won the national championship. I mean, they just are so.
That's
either
got his ass kicked by Nebraska in the Orange Bowl.
Either they're part of the butterfly effect or the Bernstein Bears effect or any of the other ones, the Sinbad, the Genie effect, but they're like, Peyton Manning won a national championship. No, he didn't. No, he did not.
It's Peerless Price that won. Peerless Price won the national title for him.
Peerless Price.
Quick, ask me another one.
He's a good player.
Number 37 for Tennessee. Peerless Price, wide receiver, number 37.
Nickname around the locker room is PP. I like to call him PP.
I think it was Piopi.
Pepe. It's pronounced Pepe.
Le Pew.
Yeah.
He went
Speaking
Pew
of-
on the defenses.
That's
Speaking
racist,
of
Adam.
Pepe,
That's
speaking of-
racist.
No, speaking of stinking, how about the pack? What is it, Miles? The pack 5?
I
Pack-
believe you're
what- I
down to
don't-
2. Dude, that's your conference. You should know better.
Not anymore.
But
I had to give them up.
not anymore.
Oh.
Well, you shouldn't have. You wish UCLA was out there now because you actually might win a conference championship.
Yeah.
So the Oregon State Beavs, who started 0-7 and fired their coach after getting beat by like 5,500 against a mid Wake Forest team. Wake Forest, who beat Kennesaw State by 1, by the way. Yeah, you have your interim coach win you the Pac-2. Well, excuse me, win the Pac-2 round 1. You beat Washington State. Oh, you took them to the house 10-7 to move to 2-7 on the year.
The woodshed.
And
Took 'em to
I
the
mean,
woodshed.
boat raced them,
Yeah.
dog walked them. No, the reality is both programs are dog water. And but Oregon still contend. Hey, Ole Miss only beat Wazoo by 3. We beat them by 3 as well. Put us in the playoff. Hey, if you win a major conference, because Pac-2 or 12 or 10 or 12 minus 10 equals 2. I see. I get it
I
now.
see what you did.
So Oregon State for now should be the first auto bid at 2-7. But wait, there's more. November 29th, the Saturday after Thanksgiving, they play each other again. I hate this. This is why I hate the left coast. Everything about it. It's not just the Dodgers. It's not just the conference either. It's just everything combined. This is a mess. But hey, Texas State, which is about 3 hours south of me, is going to dominate that conference here in the next couple of years because Texas State in the Pac-12 makes sense.
Just throw it away. We don't want to see it. We don't need to see it. It's all bad. See, once UCLA goes, everything goes to hell when UCLA leaves. See, they were the glue.
Oh yeah,
That's one way to look at
okay.
it.
That was exactly what happened there. No, it's not.
That's a hot
Totally.
take.
Could yeah? It's hot shit.
It's a little lukewarm, but I'll let it
Yeah.
slide.
The
Little lukewarm.
conference of listen, Bill
Yeah,
Walton is rolling in his grave.
I'm gonna send that take back to the kitchen and ask you to heat it up a
killed
little bit.
It
Yeah.
literally killed him.
Yeah.
I am glad that UCLA joined the Big Ten just so I can say to Adam that UCLA has never beaten IU and we've actually kicked your ass twice now. Please, let's schedule it UCLA as a conference game every year. Bring it on.
It's like a bye week.
Yeah, I think I ordered my take well done. That one was a little medium rare. We're gonna have to send it back.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. That's all right. All right. So we also talked about on last week, we talked about what we did last year. It was just kind of fun to do and makes you stop and think a little bit. The Middies. So we're going to get into that now, and that is only going off of from game 1 to today, Monday the 3rd. That's it. We're not looking at what's going to happen later. We don't expect these takes necessarily to stay, but it's just what we're thinking as of right now based on the body of work. So let's get into the NFL Middies, and we'll start with Coach of the Year from beginning of the season to November 3rd. Let's start with
He said
T.I. Forthright.
Start with
I'm
me.
being forthright.
With right.
Start with me.
Righteous.
This was kind of a tough one for me because I think the obvious answer is Shane Steichen, in Indy. But the thing is, that conference is dog shit. So I
it's
just
like
kind of like
a default
I mean,
award.
you get to play the Texans, the Jaguars, and the Titans, twice a year. Each of those teams.
Yeah, not even once. You get to play them again for fun.
So
like the second game's for fun. It's like an exhibition. It don't count.
So I am going to not go the obvious route, which all of our sports analysts and TV would be going. I'm going to pick Mike Macdonald from Seattle. Not Mike Macdonald, the singer. Not the crooner, not the one that's
Yamo
giving you all
there.
your yacht rock classics.
Yeah.
But I got to go with Mike Macdonald because he was a great DC in Baltimore. Everybody thought he was a home run hire. They bring in Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's playing out of his mind. I think he just scored another touchdown, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
He started off the game last night 16 for 16 with like 300 yards and 4 tutties. Oh, that's nasty. There's some quarterbacks won't even do that in 2 games. Not looking at you, Cam Ward, but
stay tuned.
But yeah, I got to go with Mike Macdonald, man. I think the reason why is because the outside of Arizona, it's still a tough conference. You've got your boys there who are injured and still putting up a fight.
He lost to them. Your coach of the year lost to the Niners, actually.
Yeah, but that's early. So they get a rematch for sure. Get a rematch.
Yep.
Like I said, game one's always tough. I feel like it should be like college football. This should be a week 0 in the NFL. It's like, it's our last preseason game because we used to have 4 preseason games. So week 1 is really the 4th preseason game. Let's be real. I'm going with Mike Macdonald, man. I'd like to kind of see what he does, obviously, the second half of the year and see if that holds up. For me right now, like, they look formidable. They're not a team I would like to play. Defense is good. Defense has been pretty, aside from one game this season, they've been pretty good, at least stat-wise.
They are legit. No, they are.
Yeah. So that's
I cover the conference. I look at that conference heavily, and I can tell you, to the chagrin of me, that I agree.
You've got, the Rams, the Niners. Those are 2 tough teams to have to play twice a year, and the Cardinals are never a pushover, but right now they're just very defunct. So I'm not going to hold that against them because they still have tough opponents there. So yeah, I'm going with Mike Macdonald in Seattle.
So you talked about last night that. Who picked the Seahawks to win by 59 points? There's, like you said, they're still scoring basically. And I know Jane Daniels got hurt. He's out.
Again,
but
just got another touchdown. Just got another one. That's twice since we've been having this conversation.
It's now 63-14 now, yeah. But I just didn't see on the road. They are becoming some road warriors for sure, and they're going to be a tough out. The NFC West is a tough out because my coach of the year, and then we'll find out from Miles, is, yes, biased, but look, you can't, there's arguments that can be made. Since 2020, no team has had more injuries to not just starting players, but star players, meaning they've been in Pro Bowls or named All-Pro first team, whatever that looks like. No team. There's teams that have had injuries. The New York Giants, who the 49ers played, they have a lot of injuries. Every team has injuries, but when you lead the league in injuries and you're still 6-3, my pick is going to be Shanahan because of Robert Saleh. He has put that defense together, and it is not duct tape, it's scotch tape that he is putting this defense together. Michael Williams now,
might even be
the rookie.
Bail wire. I'd go bail wire there.
Yeah. It's remarkable what he's doing with guys that I even have to look and see. Number 50, who is that? I know number 53 is D. Winters. I know Tatum Bethune is Fred Warner's backup. I know this guy. Who is this? Or this DB that comes in. Who is this guy?
Xerxes knows how to build an army, man. You know that. So
Shanahan is my.
I will go to my graves. Go to my grave saying he looks like Xerxes.
No, he does. All right, Miles, who is your coach of the year?
So for my pick, I'm going to go to the cell phone again, as I did a couple weeks ago, and read you all some lyrics from a Coldplay song. So when you try your best, but you don't succeed, when you get what you want, but not what you need, when you feel so tired, but you can't sleep, stuck in reverse, and the tears stream down on your face, when you lose something you can't replace, when you love someone, but it goes to waste, could it get worse? Yes, it's gotten worse because the coach that we had in Tennessee is now my coach of the year pick in New England. I'm crying. You're crying. We're all crying. Mike Vrabel. God, man. How the hell did Kraft choose to hire OJ Mayo for a single year and not
OJ.
pick Mike Vrabel?
And Vrabel was in
from the
Cleveland.
start?
Wasn't Vrabel in Cleveland just farting around, just farting on the sideline?
Yeah.
Wha-
Quality control,
Yeah,
offensive
like,
analyst,
what was he
whatever.
doing?
OJ.
Yeah,
Can't
Analyst.
believe OJ Mayo just made the podcast. You
Yeah.
know,
he's on next week.
yeah. I mean, he's
So
typical.
yeah,
Is he
what
still,
New
OJ
England is
Mayo's still
doing
out there hooping? Is OJ Mayo
Yeah.
still out there hooping somewhere?
Yeah, right.
for the
in China,
Grizz.
he's
Wrong
Was he
Mayo.
with the Grizz?
no,
Whatever.
he was for the
That's
Grizz.
how
He
much.
was,
That, That's how much I forgot that USC safety's name, the USC basketball players who I
Right.
mentioned instead.
He's-
well, the
if
most
you
famous
order-
one ever is Bronny James. So
If you order James Harden off Temu, you get OJ Mayo. All right,
Yeah.
so next we have Rookie of the Year and Ti. Which way you going there?
man, I have just not really been impressed with too many of the rookies at this point. Outside of I'm gonna butcher this name, but I think it's Emegma Egbuka. Emegma Egbuka. I don't know.
Beep, boop, boop.
We'll
Sounds
ask him
like
when he's
a
on next
C3,
week. We'll ask
Yeah,
him.
it's a-
C3PO.
Kind of,
C3PO.
kind of sounds like a Star Wars character
Tampa
or
Bay.
like some kind of coffee drink you drink in a
He
can.
has
I don't
saved
know.
Tampa Bay
But
season
he's
from the wide receiver. I mean, they're losing guys all the time.
mhm. And he has had games where he's had multiple touchdown games. I know he's been injured a couple games, but still hasn't hurt his production. Still hasn't hurt his stat line. So he, for me, at this point, is a slam dunk. I don't know who else is even in the conversation at this point. I mean, to me, he is my front runner for sure.
Yeah, and he has the best chance to actually win it. Whereas my midi is, I'm gonna give it to Scattaboo. We know he had the horrific injury, but the middies are just for this half, and to have over 400 yards rushing, have average
Sure.
average over 4 yards a carry, and have 5 touchdowns when you're a rookie running back. I mean, there's a lot of rookie running backs who don't have anywhere near that, and so
the person,
me-
the person I will tell you for sure that is not winning Rookie of the Year is Cam Ward for sure. Because
I'm pretty sure.
my goodness, man, I
So,
haven't even seen
let's
an
talk
aha
about the
moment out of him
Titans.
yet.
Let's it's that time of the day where I suppose we have to talk Tennessee Titans and how bad they're doing and what
Well,
the fans are up
we're
to. So let's check the
Contractually
pulse.
obligated for at least 5 minutes an episode, or we'll lose about 75% of our viewers. So.
I yield my time, Senator, to you. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah.
I yield.
The balance of his time.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna filibuster the rest of the episode with Titans nonsense. Yeah, let's talk about the Titans. They're really bad. They're awful. There's nobody in the stands. One of my wife's friends sent her some pictures of the stands. I think she sent them for me to post. And they were just too depressing.
Were
for
they
me to even
dudes?
post?
What was she
Yeah,
wearing?
they were nudes. There were a lot of empty seats. There were completely empty
Yeah.
seats. The seats. It was
It was
very
naked.
bare.
The stadium was naked. It was
One
a
of them-
nude.
One of the
Nissan sent you a
one of the
nude.
shots. Yeah, one of the shots
Raw
she
dog
sent
that
is an
Nissan
entire row.
in that
She sent
exhaust
an
pipe.
entire row of empty seats, literally a whole entire row of empty seats. Like that's
Nissan sent me a
that's
nude.
Bad. It's bad.
What are you
But,
wearing? Nobody.
I mean, I've single-handedly pissed off the Titans brass. They're on to my shenanigans. They are telling people to turn their profanity-laced T-shirts inside out. Let's be real. We know what all
Laced.
those T-shirts say, and we know where they came from. I've seen the cheap knockoffs out there. I just saw another one just yesterday on X that somebody was peddling in the Buck Rising comment post about how the guy came up to him in mid-show. See, Adam, you're not aware of this, but 104.5, Buck Rising and crew, they have Jim Wyatt on a lot. He's the beat writer for the Titans, and Jim Wyatt is a fantastic human being. He's covered the Titans for years. I love him to death. So they do a show starting at like 11 o'clock, like about the hour before the kickoff. They do it live there at the stadium, and people were coming up to him and telling him, like, in the show, like, yeah, this is going on. They're turning people away. They're telling them to turn around, turn inside out. And then Buck is posting on, Twitter about it. He's like, they're obviously Titans are focused on the wrong thing here. Like, this shouldn't even matter. But I saw the one, this guy had a picture of like this terrible picture of just like a butt. It's like a little Titans flame coming out of it. And it looked like handwritten. It looked like something I made with Microsoft Paint. And I had to do the bad guy, man. It had to be the bad guy. Because he commented, he was like, "This is the best Titans We Ass shirt. I've already got mine. You guys should get yours." And it's like, okay, clearly you're the guy who made this. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Why would you make that post? So I had to comment on there. I was like, bro, there's a reason why I've sold almost 600 of them. Time for you to close up shop, my man. And but yeah, man, they're turning them away. People were angry about it. Titans brass are fully on top of it. They're alerted security at this point, and that's all from yours truly here. So I have single-handedly pissed off the entire Titans organization and closed the door on me ever winning fan of the year, Titans fan of the year, but I will
Write
sleep
in ballot,
I'll
bitch.
Sleep comfortably tonight.
Write in ballot 2026.
Knowing that not all heroes wear capes. And, I'm still going to run for fan of the year next year. It's going to be my 10th year making content. And I'm
right, baby.
I'm going to use it to go to infinity and beyond. So yeah, it's been a fun ride this season because, as you know, I've switched over to the heel and the bad guys have way more fun. I have
Nice guys finished last.
Every single person's comment, like Titans fans all over yesterday are just like, "Oh, I'm seeing progress. I mean, we only lost by 7. I don't know. Everybody just wants to complain." And I'm like, okay, well, we got a punt return for touchdown because let's be real, that happens every game. And we got a pick 6 for touchdown because let's be real, that happens every game, much less in the same game. And our offense gave us 2 field goals. So what kind of progress you talking about, buddy? I mean, my goodness, man. So it's been fun being able to just kind of clap back at these fools because that's one thing I think people think in the comments that they think that they can go at me and like I won't like throw them back because I have this platform where I'm like worried what people think. But it's like, no, I will serve your ass on a silver platter. And then I'll screenshot it, and I will make other people share it and laugh at
Red
you.
line it.
Yeah, go ahead and bring it.
The sports beamery treatment.
Yeah, I had to bite on Drew's style there because it's just too good.
I love it. Yeah. What's funny is, so someone on social media had, I don't know, want to say your back, but what I love is on the post where you're talking about where it says Nissan is turning people away, telling them about their shirt inside out, blah, blah, blah. Someone said, you mean for just repeating what the franchise quarterback said out loud? I just thought, man, like the guy who represents your franchise, he's the one that said it. T.I. didn't make it up. He's just repeating what the franchise, the person, the face. Like, the face of the franchise is the rookie quarterback that you picked number 1 overall. You could have picked anyone in college football. You picked a guy who said
I'm telling you, man. Yeah, that's the thing. People think I made it up, and I'm like, no, dude, not at all. I'm not just going to randomly throw We Ass shirts out there, and they're going to sell like hotcakes. No.
You're not that witty.
No, there would be like 10 of them. There would be like 10 of them sold, and it would be all people I knew that just basically.
Right. It'd be Memphis J and Miles and other family members. That's it. But when you sell 600, it's because it's funny, and it's because that's what was said.
Yeah. I mean, I've been digging deep.
Look at his face.
I've been digging deep.
He's the whitest man we know. He wouldn't say we ass. Only an African American will say we ass.
It's true. It's true. It's too cool and it's too slang worthy for a white person to come up with it.
Yeah.
But I've been digging deep on the stats, man. I've been digging deep on the stats now because I've been looking for ammunition because I'm just. It's like I said, man, there's like 3 or 4 Titans this year has impressed me. Nobody else impressed me. And I'm going to keep going at them until they do. But, man, did you know that not only is he the first quarterback to have a turnover or multiple turnovers through his first 8 starts, and yesterday he should have had another one. He threw it literally right to the lineman, and the lineman dropped it because, let's be real, there's a reason why they're playing defense, because they can't catch.
He's not used to it. It's fair.
But did you know that Mr. One Cameron Ward in his college career had 22 fumbles, and it's the most ever by a college quarterback in their career? 22 fumbles. And they've seen games where he just is dropping the ball. He's going like this, is flipping out. I mean, I don't know, man. I just think that the guy has a turnover problem. And there's one thing in the NFL and not just in NFL, college, you can't teach somebody not to commit turnovers. That's just an instinct. You either have it or you don't.
Yeah.
And his footwork is awful. He steps in and he's throwing late to people. I mean, I know everybody wants to give him some slack because he's a rookie, but he is not a 3rd, 4th, 5th round pick. He is the top overall pick. He is expected to go in and produce like a one Cam Newton or Jaden Daniels or any of these guys that, have stepped in
Fernando
their first
Mendoza.
year.
You mean Fernando Mendoza.
As long as he doesn't go to the Jets. As long as he doesn't go to the Jets.
There's no way.
Oh, God, yeah. No, God, dear God, don't ruin him.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping that there's that aha moment for him, but I am as a Titans fan, I am very concerned because I have seen this script many times before. I'll take the Mariota route. I told people from the beginning, I was like, Titans going to make a mistake if they even think about drafting Mariota. It's not going to work out. Meanwhile, we miss out on 3 or 4, possible franchise QBs in that time because we're trying to fit the square peg in the round hole. And here we are again, I'm of mind to say, if I was the Titans, I would say for the next 3 years, just every first round pick, take the best quarterback available and just wait and see who hits, who takes over, who has competition. Because I think that's another thing that hurt Cam in camp. I feel like if Will Levis would have been there in camp and not opted for surgery, and at least I think this is my theory. I think basically Callahan came to Levis and said, hey, we drafted Cam for a reason. He's our starter. And that's it. And Will Levis was like, well, shit, I've been needing to have the surgery. The only reason I hadn't is because I'm starting for the Titans. And now I thought I'd be competing. Now I'm not. I'm going to have the surgery. I feel like if Will Levis had been there, pushed him a little bit, maybe he'd be better right now. But, man, he's got clipboard guys there, got Brandon Allen and stuff. I don't know. Titans fans just got to stop making excuses for the dude because he hasn't shown 1 ounce of franchise QB mentality or skill. Sure, he can hum a ball. Jameis Winston can hum a ball. I mean, sorry, he can. Let's be real. So, and that's what I told somebody. I said, I'm afraid that he is going to be a Jameis Winston, a guy that is serviceable and a guy that can get you 400, 500 yards. But he's also going to be able to turn the ball over all the time. So I hope I'm wrong. I always hope. I wanted Marcus Mariota to prove me wrong. It's never happened.
That a guy that quit mid Pop-Tarts Bowl was always believed to be the savior of the Tennessee
I've been
Titans.
saying that, but I'm a hater.
Three schools,
I've
0-star
recruit.
Zero-star recruit out of high school, played in 3 schools, Incarnate Ward, then went to Washington, followed his coach to Washington. Yeah, Washington State, yeah. Followed his coach there.
You watch your mouth.
Which is another thing, too.
Because Michael Penis played at Washington. Different.
That's right. And yeah, he's really lighting the league on fire too, So yeah, and then he goes to Miami again, and it's like you said, he dropped out after he hit the stats he was looking for, and I just don't know, man. I got a bad feeling.
Mario Cristobal product isn't elite. What? Oh my God, shocking.
I mean, I don't know,
save,
but
November.
Titans fans don't want to hear that. They're like, oh, well, he's a rookie. And I'm like, yeah, well, you know what? Will Levis was a rookie too. He was a 2nd-round pick that probably would have been a 3rd-round pick if we didn't trade up. Right. Rand did. And you guys didn't even want to give that dude an ounce of credit for anything. And it's like he literally takes over with no Derrick Henry anymore, a 40-year-old D-Hop. I mean, I'm just like, what, and again, I'm not making excuses for Will Levis because, he dug his own grave, but I still think he got a raw deal. I still think he deserved a shot at redemption, and instead they just gave the keys to Cam Ward without any competition. Now we're seeing the results, and they want to say, he doesn't have weapons, but I mean, how many quarterbacks have you seen just make no-name receivers stars because the quarterback themselves are
Aaron
confident?
Rodgers literally.
And that's the thing. And I see, Aaron Rodgers out there with like dishwashers from Applebee's, and like just putting up 400 yards. But, and again, I'm not trying to compare Aaron Rodgers or Peyton Manning, but neither, Aaron Rodgers obviously wasn't a top pick. I mean, he was, I think, around like 18 or 20. I can't remember when the Packers actually selected him, but
I think
still,
it was
man.
24. It was closer to the mid-20s than you might
it was
recall.
closer to the
I think
second round
24.
than the number one pick. Yeah.
That's just the thing.
Yeah.
I don't have an ounce of sympathy for patiently waiting for the top overall pick in the draft to figure it out because there's a reason why
considering
the
the rest of the
pick.
team is terrible.
I mean,
we need a hero right now.
Sure, man. Yeah, we need you to make these guys better. This isn't Allen Iverson. How am I gonna make them better by practice? I mean, bro, you have to make these guys better. And Shamir DK, I mean, he's looking good. Great returner. Obviously got the touchdown, and he's starting to emerge the receiver. And Helik Ayamor, can't pronounce his last name. Probably fucked it up, but he's showing promise. So, I mean, we've got the young studs there that can probably blossom into something good. But if they don't have somebody that they can rely on throwing the ball, I mean, look at what Cam Newton did when he came in. Granted, yes, he's built like a silo at a mill. He's so giant, but still, he came in. Made all the guys around him better. Like, just constantly was just punishing defenses running. And that's another thing. Cam Ward just doesn't run. I was totally amazed to see him take off and run a couple times yesterday. I was like, oh, look at that. And at the goal line,
have legs.
It's like we're on the goal line and then we run a wildcat with Tajay and then it's 4th and 1 and we're going for it. And it's like, okay, clearly they're going to give it to Cam Ward here. No, they run another wildcat with Tajay or Tony Pollard. Can't remember who it was at that point. But I'm just like, what are we doing? Mike McCoy. I mean, Mike McCoy's playing like a guy who went, 5-15 in his tenure in the Chargers and got fired, or playing, coaching. Mike McCoy's coaching like, he coaches. So we just got problems top to bottom, man. And I just think it starts with the selection of Cam Ward, man. I don't know if it's going to work out. I think it was a bad selection. I think they should either trade it back. I think they should have taken Adil Carter. Like in the last draft, I thought they should have took Brock Bowers. They took J.C. Latham. I think that's going to be a bust. I have not been impressed with him. I mean, Jeffrey Simmons had to call him out in practice for his efforts. If you have to call your teammates out, especially a top 10 draft pick for their efforts, then there's issues there. I'm sorry, man. If any of us were a top 10 pick, we would give our all every damn second you're at practice or the field or anything. And
you kind of read my mind there. I was like, maybe they should just draft us. That's literally where my brain was at. You never know. Until you pick us.
I hear they're having open tryouts today, or at least that's what my social media told
Vince
me.
Papali, yeah. So all this, T.I., what you're saying is that Cam Ward will not be Rookie of the Year. Okay, got it. Miles, who is your Rookie of the Year?
Nope.
I forgot the question. I'm so glad you reiterated it. So I got to stick with the New York Giants and give credence to a guy that I thought had no business in the NFL. I didn't think Cam Ward was the answer whatsoever, but I was like, I gotta give him a shot. And he's still a rookie. We'll see. I 99.999% agree with everything that T.I. said. The 0.01% is hope. That's the only disagreement I have is just hope, the audacity of hope.
Mm-hmm.
But my Rookie of the Year, other than not wanting to give it to anyone, because I don't think really anyone really deserves it once we fill out the year, it's halfway through the year. And I can't take your New York Giant, Adam, so I got to take Jackson Dart. The dude looks like he's actually competent in the NFL. The Giants aren't a contender. We get it. That's fine.
He's the Rookie of the Year. He's winning it.
Yeah.
He's winning
Absolutely.
it. I mean, he is.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's
the toughest position in sports, and he is succeeding. Like, just because you lose a game doesn't mean you can't have success. He is succeeding as a quarterback.
Games.
Yeah, but he by far is Rookie of the Year. So for him to win the Middy, he'll just win two awards. He'll win the Middy and he'll win the Rookie of the Year.
Like, I thought
That's
he was
fine.
not that good at Ole Miss. I really was like when the Giants traded up for him. Let's not forget the Giants traded up for him, and I
He's
was
their guy.
laughing my ass off.
Yeah.
He might be for only 1 year, maybe just this year, and maybe he doesn't do anything the rest of his career. But at this point, as of November 3rd, 2025, Jackson Dart, mea culpa, mea maxima culpa. Hell of a job, young man.
So
Yeah,
moving.
Jackson Dart is celebrating No Shave November. Cam Waters celebrating No Win November. So
Fair.
Nota bene. Nota bene.
I think there's only one person celebrating the Middy for Defensive Player of the Year. We might be in one accord. Are we saying Myles Garrett? I mean,
No.
you have 5 sacks in one game. What are we doing?
No.
I am.
Yeah,
Doesn't sound
I'm
like
with you.
Miles is, but
What-
I've got to go with Myles Garrett, not Miles Harrington, but I've got to go with Myles Garrett.
So,
Um,
Miles, who do you have then?
No Miles with a Y as his second letter deserves the award. So I'm going back to the New York Giants, and I'm taking Brian Burns, baby.
Okay, that's fair.
He's getting the job done.
He is. He
Damn it.
is.
I
just
am I
saw
silly?
him
I guess
Up close yesterday against
moving
the
down
49ers.
here to Dallas and hating Jerry Jones so much, even though, damn it, they tried to make me a Dallas Cowboys bandwagon fan so hard. I'm just jumping on the Giants bandwagon fan for like literally no reason, it seems. But damn it, they kind of have some decent players.
No, they
They
do.
don't win a lot, but
Right.
they got something.
No, yesterday I saw those players and for a full 60 minutes, which I haven't done since last time the 49ers played the Giants. And yeah, they're absolutely, they have a decent tight end. And they have like 10 players that you would absolutely want on your team, no matter what NFL team you like. So that's not bad. Let's move to Offensive Player of the Year and of the mid year, I should say. Reminder. And I'm gonna go with the guy who has 500 yards rushing and 500 yards receiving. That's not normal at this time of year. Now, am I worried that they're running him into the ground? Absolutely, because he's the only guy that's been healthy the whole time, as the 49ers have just lost their rookie. Their first round pick is now also hurt, along with Kittle's been hurt, the starting quarterback, the starting 2 wide receivers, linemen, linebacker, DBs, everyone's been out. But Christian McCaffrey is the Offensive Player of the Year for the Middies for myself. T.I., who do you got?
Go bias.
Man, it's tough. You know, I hate to kind of go the obvious route, and I'd love to just take a position player outside of QB, but I have got to say I've been super impressed with Justin Herbert. You know, he leads the league in passing. He just shredded the Titans, which is easy to do. All 3 of us could do that, but he is just putting up numbers. I know he's got like 7 interceptions. No, I think 8 now. I think 8. But I mean, you know, it's Brett Favre led the league in interceptions many times. I mean, you know, interceptions are a part of the game. Doesn't mean you're a bad quarterback unless you're losing all your games. And I just think right now, Justin Herbert's trying to take that next step. He's trying to take that Mahomes, Josh Allen step. You know, they tried to make him the face of the league, you know, like 2 years ago, and he just wasn't ready for it. He kind of slipped up a little bit, but you know, now he's got Harbaugh there. We know that guy is not going anywhere for a while, so he can get in a stable system. So I think it's showing he's putting up numbers with, I think they're on a 3rd or 4th string running back at this point. You know, they're just plugging in guys, and they're getting production, and that doesn't happen unless you have a guy at the helm that is doing good. So I got to go with Justin Herbert, man. He's on fire. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, Miles.
Let me tease the choice for me. I know he played kind of like a cancer patient yesterday. No offense to my dad, but he's overwhelmingly carried that team. Indianapolis Jones, yeah, he's played competent football. They've got a number of other pieces, no question about it, and a decent head coach who's obviously in the running for Coach of the Year. But Jonathan Taylor is proving that Wisconsin running back lives matter. He is damn good. The dude balls. Just when do you think he reached his peak? Because he's supposed to be over that hump as it is in recent days for NFL running backs, the dude gets better. And I don't think yesterday's showing in Pittsburgh is indicative of what he's going to do the rest of the year. It's the NFL. Everyone loses. Everyone has bad games. It's natural law. He's a problem for us. Yeah, he's a problem, obviously. JT, without doubt, in my mind, is the offensive player of the year.
Yeah, we talked about on this very program that the Colts are not going to win every game. And then I didn't know, like, 48 hours later of saying that they would lose. I didn't necessarily think that.
Oh, well, one of us did. One of us did. I did call it. I did say the Steelers would win. So,
but I can keep my mouth open because I said I'd have to shut my mouth and then give the Charles Schultz of I have to admit the Colts are a contender. I don't have to do that now. But honestly, with how the Chiefs are going, we'll get to that in a bit. But the Colts are still very much in it. They're going to win the division by 2 or 3 games.
Well, that was never,
never in real question. But the AFC's so down right now. It's like, who knows? Man, shit, Aaron Rodgers.
The Chiefs are not in the playoffs as of now. We're past way through the midway point of the season, guys, and the Kansas City Chiefs are not in the playoffs.
Who are the division leaders right now? It looks like it's 2014. I mean, it's literally the Broncos, the Colts, the Patriots,
dude,
and the Steelers.
Wild.
And then Steelers, right?
Yeah.
What?
Wow. And we also talked about early in the season too about how detrimental it was going to be for the AFC South that Daniel Jones won the job over Anthony Richardson because it was going to open up the field for JT. And I don't think any of us saw that coming, but we knew that it was going to be good production for him because we were even texting about it, and I was like, well, that sucks for the Titans because that's not good for us now that we were counting on AR getting that job. And that's a whole different story in itself, man. I look at AR and I'm like, I hope it's not
Indiana has Cam control now, I guess.
Cam Ward route, and we'll be doing that in a few years. So, but yeah, you're right. I mean, JT for sure is playing out of his mind, and he was fun to watch at Wisconsin. I hate seeing him in Indy, but man, he was really fun to watch in college.
Yeah, he's good. That's a safe bet. He may win the real offensive player of the year. We'll see what CMC. We'll see if Barkley comes on strong. He's an honorable mention. So MVP now. So I'm gonna go with. I hate the Rams, but the quarterback who leads the league in touchdowns and leads the league in no-look passes is Matthew Stafford. And I think the Rams are one of those teams that are not as good if he is not their starting quarterback. And he's won the Super Bowl with them. They know what they have with him when he's healthy. I hate to say it, but for this time of the year, my MVP is Matthew Stafford. I hate saying that, but T.I., who you got?
I'm going to stick with the quarterbacks. I'm going to stick with everybody's, quarterback they love. And it's hard to hate against and hard to knock. I got to go with Mr. Josh Allen, man. Just handled the Chiefs again. I think he's 5-1 or 6-1 career regular season against the Chiefs. I know the playoffs.
That was their 10th meeting. We are lucky, man. Like, that was the 10th time seeing Josh Allen versus Patrick Mahomes. And this was the worst Mahomes has looked. He completed 44% of his passes, which is nuts. 15 hits he took, which is nuts. All career highs or lows, would you say? I don't know what you call that. And that very, very final Hail Mary we're still laughing at. It was 15 yards shy of the end zone?
I know with right before the 3 seconds left, I know he had one that bounced around the end zone a little bit. But I mean, you just,
I know have pressure. Actually,
I know we bring up
Bosa,
or I bring up Aaron Rodgers'
brother coming in.
Aaron Rodgers is halftime. Aaron Rodgers Hail Marys where he just rolls out, and you see Mahomes rolling out, and then all of a sudden it's like landed 15 yards in front of the goal line. It's like, what did you expect to do? You threw it into 75 guys, and somehow someone's going to get out of there and run into the end zone. Like, no, that was bad. So I don't know. Mahomes is definitely having a down year, but
He's having a down year, and Adam, you touched on it. Oh, only 44%, but he had 15 pressures. Exactly. He has no offensive line. If you watch the two Hail Marys he threw, the first one he was actually able to evade pressure after his offensive line let him down, and he got it down there. The second one, his offensive line completely and utterly let him down. So he had no prayer. I don't know if Jesus Christ himself, well, yeah, Jesus would have, but he's
Probably.
not. So therefore, he wouldn't have got the ball down there. No, his offensive line completely let him down. Mahomes still had flashes of being Mahomes, even on that 4th and 17, the longest 4th down conversion of his entire career. Mahomes is still Mahomes. He still has to have players around him and protection in front of him to get it done. He doesn't. Therefore, the Chiefs aren't going to get far. They're still going to make the playoffs. There's no doubt in my mind. May not win the division, though Nick's is Denver team. But the Chiefs aren't what they are because Mahomes can't do it himself.
Need some help. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Josh Allen's my pick for sure at this point. MVP.
Miles, who's your MVP?
So I got to say, in the NFC West with you, the other, and also I got to say with T.I. in the 2018 draft. So kind of crossing streams here, the dueling swords, right? So I got to go with Sam Darnold, who I always said he's a damn good quarterback. He just got ruined by the Jets and then got crisscrossed applesauced by the Panthers. Sam Darnold, he didn't just ball out last night. He's showing he actually has it. It wasn't just a one-hit wonder in Minnesota. You want to put him out west with a whole new scheme, whole new team. The guy's decent, and he puts up the stats. He might be a little bit of Kirk Cousins in there, but again, if it's a regular season award, guys, is it a regular season award or not?
Yeah.
It's a regular season award, right? Yeah. And at least for a midi, tonight we're doing just middies. I got to go with Sam Darnold. I'm not going to go with OJ Mayo on the left coast, nor Jared Mayo, who I actually meant to say earlier, a USC guy. I got to get to the third USC guy, Sam Darnold, midi MVP.
I mean, you look at Sam Darnold's numbers, and 68% completion, a rating of 109.2. He started all 7 games, 12 tutties, only 4 picks, and just leading the team. Like, I can tell you, as the 49ers backup, I remember seeing interviews with players like that they thought Sam Darnold, like 49ers players, when he was on the team and had to start a couple games, that they knew of him with the Panthers and the Jets, that he was just not that good. So when he took control of the huddle and started moving the ball, they were like, oh, this dude is like way better than we thought. That's what the 49ers said basically about him. Then he goes to Minnesota. All he does is win 14 games there. No big deal. And then comes to another team and locks up with what's the receiver from Ohio State in Jigba?
Smith.
Jackson
Smith and Jigba, which is like, good Lord, that guy's really good. I hate to admit that. An Ohio State guy I don't like, and a Seattle Seahawk I don't like. I hate admitting all these guys are good, but it's just one of those things.
All you have to say is Ohio State receiver. There's 20,000 of
Olave,
them. All about
right?
the universe.
I was going to say if they could start,
Harrison.
if they could churn out a couple more good ones, they might be a pretty good school. I mean, they've only got only got 12 of them. Only got 12 of them starting in the NFL right now.
Iowa tight ends and linemen and offensive linemen. That's Iowa, right? Like,
the Big Ten Network had a preview, and I was stuck watching that this weekend. They went through like 5 decades worth of Ohio State receivers. And they're like, who's the best one of all time? It's like, Chris Carter. He went there. Boston and Terry and oh my God, I hate this school all the more. My wife's like, why are we watching this? I was like, good point. I don't want to watch any more of these.
Randall L. Went to a 1 IU, right? The best player ever.
Yeah. Okay, I didn't know. I was talking to Ohio State, but if you want to throw on Antoine Randall L,
Big Ten,
a quarterback,
I'm just saying Big Ten.
Nick Westbrook-Akini.
Okay,
Nick
sounds random,
Westbrook-Akini.
but
We're
hey.
talking IU.
Okay,
Talking
now
IU
we're
receivers.
talking historic IU guys.
Carlos
Having
Rogers,
JKO out of
Michigan
nowhere.
State. We got some Michigan State ones. Man, there's a show. Just wide receivers from the Big Ten. That's an hour show.
Yeah.
That's like a 2-hour show.
Antoine Randall
I'm gonna
wasn't
let
a
you guys
receiver
do
in the
that
Big Ten,
one.
but okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
I'm
Antoine
okay.
Randall was a quarterback
I'm
at
gonna be
IU.
busy.
That's why you're throwing me off, because I was talking to Ohio State receivers, and you brought up an IU quarterback from 25 years
But you
ago.
said the Big Ten network,
right.
so then I'm thinking, okay, Big Ten, and he played receiver more with Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I'm talking college receivers. But anyway, carry on.
That'll
Thanks.
be a
Thanks,
show
host.
that needs to happen, I guess.
Thanks, host.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Thanks for
host.
derailing.
Yeah.
When the host
Yeah.
derails, it's way different than when you guys derail
Yeah.
it. Yeah, I get.
So now that you've done that, I'm going to derail you then too. So Jay Cutler, and now think, Adam, what state are you from? Not from,
I know where
but
Jay
living in now.
Cutler is
Where am I
from. I know where
Santa
Jay
Claus.
Cutler is
Jay
from.
Cutler. Antoine Randall L. and Peyton Manning. What do those three have in common that has nothing to do with the state of Indiana?
They
Here's
both
your
are.
on the spot.
They both.
Not both.
wears
There's
pa-
three. I said three
Or the
people.
okay, not both.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, keep going there. Go ahead. Go ahead. I think you got it.
No, I'll just
Through
say
what?
they all wear socks on their feet.
You said through. So
Oh,
Jay
that's
Cutler went to high school in Indiana. Antoine Randall L. quarterback, IU, state of Indiana. Peyton Manning, NFL quarterback in Indiana. All three have thrown a touchdown pass in the Super Bowl. That was a random question that I got in college. So if you're going to bring up Antoine Randall L. randomly, I'm going
Wait,
to throw
Jay
that out to you.
Cutler.
Jay Cutler never went to the
Played
Super
quarterback.
Bowl.
Yeah, against Peyton Manning, Super Bowl 41.
No,
Bears.
that was Rex.
Colts.
That was Rex Grossman.
Yeah, that was Rex
Oh, Rex
Grossman.
Grossman. I'm sorry, Jay Cutler. I meant
Jay
to say
Cutler
sexy
didn't even.
Rexy.
Yeah, Jay
Oh,
Cutler
okay.
didn't
So
even play
take
there.
out Jay
Yes,
Cutler
sorry,
and put in
that's
Rex
right, yeah.
Grossman. Okay.
Rex Grossman.
Well, you
high
ruined
school,
the
high school,
joke. Or
Indiana.
Oh, right.
I did,
the...
but they
totally.
both were. So Rex Grossman, SEC quarterback, high school in Indiana. Mea culpa. No, high school quarterback. Yeah, Rex Grossman. It threw you off.
Me and
you
T.I.
threw
were
me
like,
off. Let's
Jay
bring him
Cutler, get
What
out of
Cutler?
here, bro. Like, we were like, Jay Cutler sucks. He was
Jay
never in
Cutler was the
Super Bowl.
best quarterback the Packers ever had.
You know I don't speak Spanish.
Yeah, Jay Cutler threw 5 picks when he played against the
Rex
49ers
Grossman. Sorry, I was
in one game.
Heritage Hills, Jay Cutler, Bloomington South, Rex Grossman. He got me there.
Sunday Night
God damn
Football,
it.
the Bears and 49ers, I remember that game. Because Bear fans at church was talking all this smack because the Bears were kind of halfway decent, and the Niners were still pretty decent. And then Jay Cutler proceeded to throw us the ball 5 times. Church was silent the next week. There was no haters to be found.
Packers fans say all the time that Jay Cutler was the best quarterback they ever had.
Oh, yeah. Well, Aaron Rodgers was owning them no matter who was the quarterback there at that point, too.
No, there used to be a YouTube video. I'm sure it's still out there, but it was every interception Jay Cutler threw against the Packers, and some guy had put it together and had it to music, and it was just amazing to watch.
45 minute video.
Yeah.
It's like
had to have sponsors and commercials. It was so long.
It's the most hilarious video, you know.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
OJ Mayo, Jared Mayo, Rex Grossman, Jay Cutler. I'm a certified idiot. We'll take it.
Yeah.
I win my own award. Idiot
Tom
of the
is going to hammer you in the comments.
I hope so.
yeah.
I hope so, Tom.
Yeah, and the
Since
dude's
you like
from
to hammer,
Bloomington, too.
since you like to hammer everybody else.
He'll probably appreciate it though because he went to Bloomington North.
I hope he doesn't.
Rex Grossman went to Bloomington South.
Tom,
I hope you don't appreciate it.
He'll appreciate
My
it.
gut tells me he's not going to appreciate it.
Yeah,
He's going to text the shit out of you all day about it.
Well, yeah, and our buddy Mike B went to Heritage Hills where Jay Cutler went. So
Heritage Hills sounds like a damn hospital. It doesn't sound like a school.
Or from a movie. Did Tweeter go there?
Indiana.
Yeah, the Heritage Hills Hospital in Santa Claus, Indiana. That's a Lifetime movie. That's a fucking Lifetime movie right there.
Yeah, and John Voight used to coach there.
Christmas Eve at the Heritage Hospital in Santa Claus, Indiana, and my mom was on life support, and I met this nurse, and we looked, and our eyes locked, and we fell in love, and then my mom pulled it through, and it was the best Christmas ever.
And that was Terry Hatcher. That was the mom.
Coming
was
to
Terry
Lifetime
Hatcher.
this Christmas. It's Jay Cutler, a Jay Cutler
Terry
Christmas
Hatcher.
story.
Why is Ti so good
Yeah.
at that?
It's Terry Hatcher.
Well, because he's married. He's married,
What was
so
this? No,
To a
no,
white
my
woman,
wife doesn't.
clearly.
My wife
Yeah.
doesn't even watch. My wife doesn't even watch that crap, man. She
Oh,
has
shit.
she
You
watches.
So you watch?
She
yeah,
watches
we
what
don't
Adam
believe you.
watches.
We don't
She
believe
watches
you.
what Adam. No, she watches the
Yeah.
shows Adam watches. They
That's
have the
even
same
worse.
Netflix
That's
queue.
even
Oh,
dude. That's even
Seinfeld.
worse. If she doesn't watch it, you watch it on your own. Then
Yeah, that is worse. Yeah.
Pretty much.
We have
No, I've only
derailed.
seen one. I've only seen one Lifetime movie, and it was that one that Will Ferrell.
Yeah,
and then,
right.
What remember the comedy one they did? It wasn't
a
supposed to be a comedy,
lifetime.
but
A lifetime.
yeah, look it up. So Will Ferrell and who is the other chick from SNL legend? She retired years ago. Like, oh man, she was
Betty
the best.
White.
She's in the
Betty
lead of
White.
Bridesmaid. The lead in Bridesmaids. What's her name?
Kristen Wiig.
Yeah, so Will Ferrell and Kristen Wiig did a Lifetime movie, and it's like a murder thing, and it's meant to be like a thriller, but they took it and just made it absolutely hilarious. It's some of the funniest shit you'll ever see. You have to look it up. I can't remember the name of it, but it's Kristen
fake.
Wiig and Will Ferrell. It's real. I promise. 100% real. Look it up.
All right.
Look
I
it
still
up.
don't believe you. I don't
It's
care.
I know it's real. It's real. I'll send you the preview. I'll send you the trailer for it after we finish recording.
Yeah, we gotta hit the group chat. All right, you have to hit us up on wherever you get your social media. Be sure to like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Tell Tom. Make sure that Miles gets Tom to comment so that everyone can go hassle
And their
Tom.
4 kids.
Yeah.
As long as Tom is still viewing after this episode, he
Oh,
may lose
believe
all
you
faith
me,
in
he's
us.
going to watch every second of this.
Especially
He's
now.
gonna get it-
He's
his-
locked in now because we said his name
Yeah.
9 times. So he's
Nine
on
Poor
now.
bastard is.
This is an
He's got
Instagram reel.
obviously a wife.
Times.
He is heterosexual, very much so. 4 kids, 1 son. It's him and his son locking in every day. His son's like 3, so
Yeah.
it's good childhood viewing for
Yabba
his
dabba
boy.
doo, kid. That's for his son. All right. Be sure to like and subscribe. Remember, new episodes of Sports City Nation come to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, which means we will see you Wednesday. Thank you for watching this episode of Sports Idiot Nation. Remember, we are on all social media and on YouTube, and the podcast can be found on Spotify and Apple Podcast. Remember, new episodes are every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And remember, because you watch Sports Idiot Nation,
You would be the smartest idiot in the whole world.